welcome back to Pure Mayhem. This is season 6, episode 12 of Love and Hip Hop Miami. We left off with Trina and her man Swerve. They were having a couples themed party for their new music video, and pretty much we saw that Hot Topic, Trina, Swerve, and Bobby were talking about the situation of Trina's marriage being leaked, and Bobby is claiming that Hot Topic had something to do with it, but Bobby didn't, and Swerve is just over it, and he pours a drink on Bobby, and that's where we left off last episode. It's about to go down. So after Swerve throws the drink, everyone's shook. They're like, Bobby needs to cool off. You talk too damn much. Some people are like, he deserves it. Like, this is their party, and that's how Swerve feel, which is why he threw the drink. But then Sheena and her man Swerve just leave at their own fucking party. Like, who does that? Everybody else still in there. Like, is party over? I'm confused. Like they are gone. They're at the cars, like, dead. Bobby is pissed. I mean, he did handle it well. He didn't swing or anything like that. He kind of just took the drink. But he meets Sheena and her hubby at the car. And he's like, yo, why the fuck would you let your husband pour a drink on me? Like, we're family. Like, I don't give a fuck who that nigga is. Like, you supposed to have my back. Bobby tells him back to square one. He hates him again. He's going to get them divorced. Trina's flipping her shit. She's like, yo, this is the what the fuck I mean. Da, 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 da. They are going fucking at it, saying that Bobby can't take what he dishes out. He started it. Like, what'd you expect to happen? Shortly after Trina and Swerve drive off, Hot Topic's laughing. She finds it hilarious. She's like, that's what your ass get. You got exposed. You tried to say it was me. And she throws a shoe at Bobby. Because you try to say she secretly owns the blog page that leaked Trina's marriage license. And we have yet to confirm or deny that, to be honest. The scene cuts to Ray J pulling up on Marcus, Brooke's husband, and they in the studio chopping it up, and they're talking about where they are in life. And apparently Ray J posted a live after an argument with Princess, and it went viral. So Marcus like, dude, I'm worried about you. Like, what's up? And pretty much this is what it says. It's like Ray J trying to console and like soothe his kids after arguing, saying like, you know, I didn't do nothing, right? Like, Daddy never did anything to you, right? Daddy never did nothing. And that's causing some speculation. And that pretty much there was no argument that was had between him and Princess. And basically it's trying to tell his kids, like, what to say or how to react after the argument that they reportedly had. Apparently, Princess had also called the police, and Ray J doesn't want to go to jail, obviously, but he also doesn't want Princess to go, like, to jail either. Like, it's the mother of his kids. He don't want anyone to go to jail. He doesn't want cops being called. You know how we feel about that. And you know what I mean by we. Ray J's getting some backlash about the live and how he's talking to his kids, but it is your kid. Is it? Oh, okay. So Marcus is basically asking Ray J, yo, where the fuck you and Princess stand? Because, like, this shit's getting crazy. And Ray J basically tells him, you know, they're separated. Ray J can see and do what he wants, but he hasn't been. But clearly he was with Amara, so that's Princess's friend. And Princess clearly didn't like that, as we saw in the previous episodes. And his reaction and what he told her went down pretty much was he was all up in Amara's kitty cat, okay? And we all know that ain't right, especially your ex-wife / baby mama's friend. Like, what did you expect to happen? And he tells Marcus what went down and that he just want to keep seeing his kids pretty much, and he don't care about any of that bullshit as long as he is around his kids. And I respect that about Ray J. I love a black man who wants to love and be around his kids and actually be there. My father was not one of them. So, yeah, I hope Princess doesn't take that away from him. Life coach Marcus basically tells Ray J, like, yo, get Princess together. I'm going to grab Brooke. We all just going to talk, and communication is key. And he's going to play therapist and mediator, and let's see what happens in that scene when it comes. Ray J even says that Brooke and Marcus are the most level-headed, neutral couple, and that it's probably best that they are the ones to do this. And I do agree. I think they are really strong, and we love seeing them together, us as an audience, just because of what they represent and what they show us. I think that this could be a good opportunity for Princess and Ray J, even though I'm sure this probably happened before, if it didn't, I don't know why it didn't. But at least they can come to a common ground. And because at a point in time, we did see Ray J and Princess on good terms. So let's see if they can get back there. So the scene cuts to Flo, and she is having, I don't know, some kind of like meet up with obviously her sister, her husband Marcus, and her mom because they accepted the cake from Amara, her op, who's fucking with her baby daddy, who her sister already had fucked with Amara's baby daddy too, who basically Flo has been trying to get back with Amara with. This is just messy, and she has me dying over the fucking laughs. And Flo is like, y'all must love cake because y'all ate this bitch's cake. Like, knowing that she's my op, like, why would you eat her cake? So since y'all like cake so much, we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you some cake. I love Flo's pettiness. Flo truly believes that Amara does Santa Maria, which is basically a risk, cut that, which is basically a witchcraft, and she believes that Amara cursed the cake, and her family members ate it, so now they're all cursed. So she's fucking pissed. And Jesus said at Marcus for even entertaining a friendship with Amada because Amada has been learning some things about Flo through Marcus. And now she's pissed at Marcus, like, why are you still talking to the op? Like, why are you telling her shit? The same thing Amada was telling her ex-man. Like, I can't. And she wants to also get to the bottom of who the hell told Amada that she was in the studio with Alan. Nobody knows. But she also wanted to know who the fuck told Marlon she was in the studio with Alan. And it was her fucking mom. Not the mom being messy. The mom wants them to fix their shit. She's saying Flo was doing something wrong. Where was this energy when Gael? You know what? I'm gonna leave it there. Flo's family thinks she's overreacting, like she shouldn't be upset. She's acting crazy. Amada's making her crazy, making her do crazy things, making her paranoid, and they just don't give a fuck about what she's saying. And Flo is pissed. And honestly, I'm with Flo. Like, who do you want associating with your op? Definitely not family. Like a friend, maybe we could let it slide. But fucking family? And y'all know what the shit the op was doing? Like, that's crazy. No, it's not going down. It ain't happening on my terms. I stand 10 toes with Flo. And yes, she has been doing some petty shit too, but you don't expect that shit to come from family against the op too. Like, that shit crazy. Like, where we do that at? So Flo throws the cake and she storms the fuck off. As she should. She screams that she's gonna be with Alan, you know, like she said, she was in an important studio session with Alan, with a great producer, and she needed this meeting to go well. So Marlon showing up, trying to fight Alan, fucked everything up. Like, she has also every right to be pissed about that shit too. Like, at least behave yourself. Catch us outside. Wait till the studio session's finished. Like, what are we doing? Now you're messing up our bag for your kids as well and our family? Like, are you dumb, stupid, or slow? After that, the scene cuts to commercial, and we started back up again with Amara receiving the key of Miami from the mayor. This is definitely an honor. What an achievement to have. And we see a few of the cast members supporting her, Estelita being one of them. The friendship that these two are having right now, even though Amada and Estelita got into it because of the Shay situation of how Shay basically was telling Estelita to suck her dad's, you know, and that's a touchy subject to talk about already. And pretty much Amada was friends with her again, you know, like I said, friends and ops, like never goes well. It's never not gonna be drama over this shit, but they made up. And when Princess slapped Amada, and Estelita's the one who invited Princess for Amada, Amada jumped in to fight Princess because she didn't want them to fight. Now, you can say that's some real friend shit, but it looks weird, obviously. But they made up, and she's supporting her, and she looks genuinely proud and happy for Amada, and I fucks with that. So after Amada receives the key, her and Estelita basically meet to chop it up, let her know what everything went down, cut that. Let her know everything that went down at Shay's tea party. She knows she's still upset at her with that shit. She also invites Estelita to the Latin festival, and it's going to be Amada's first time performing in front of her kids. So I think that's going to be a special night, one to remember. And they also chop it up about Flo talking about Amada being a bad mom and Amada being with her man, and Estelita's like, yo, how the fuck does she know? And Amada's like, fucking Alan. Like, he's telling her about what I do with my kids and the relationship between me and him and all my business that Flo is trying to use against me to hurt me and bother me. And I don't like that shit. Like, why he's doing that. And then Estelita tells her, like, speaking of fucking fake friends, like, me and Eliza, we're done. She feels like Eliza doesn't care about anyone's friendship. She was so, like, standoffish when Estelita pulled up on her and tried to talk to her. She cut her friend off of 10 years, and pretty much they're not fucking with Eliza. They think she's acting like a high schooler. She's trying to tear women down. She's throwing events when they're throwing events, and it seems like a competition, and it seems very odd from a friend to be. And now Estelita and Amada are kind of unsure whether they want to go to Eliza's event and support her. But what's nice about it is not that Amada needs permission, because bitch, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. Estelita tells her, like, if you go to her event, I'm not gonna hold it against you. I just don't fuck with Eliza. She's a ghost to me now. Yeah, maturity, progress, love it. The scene cuts to Gael and Shay's baby father. They're still getting along. They're still hitting it off, mingling or whatever. They're a little worried about how Shay will react to it and how co-parenting will go. Knowing Gael's an op to Shay. This is an interesting thing that's happening. And Gael just wants to be with everybody, partner. It's what it's getting for me. I don't forgot this man's name. I don't even remember him, if I'm being honest. I don't know if it's the edit, but he's just not giving genuine. He doesn't give respectful. He doesn't give maturity. Like, I have the ick when it comes to him. Like, doing shit like that, doing this with our op. Like, what are we doing? And you have a baby with this woman. Like, the fact that you're on a date right now with your baby mama's op, and she set it up after you already know how she roll, and her vice versa, maybe y'all perfect for each other. This date where she's going to let him see the mambo, who's basically going to remove curses that were placed on them. She believes that Flo placed a curse on her, and Shay placed a curse on Fabio. And Fabio's not with it. He's like, you can do this yourself. Like, I don't think I got a curse on me. Like, he's bouncing, he's walking away. Like, he's not with it. This shit, though, looks creepy as hell. Like, I don't blame him. I'm thinking we're going on a date and you're going to blind me with this witchcraft shit? Like, oh, hell no. Like, I gotta go. Fabio's like, I'd rather keep the curse. And Gael, although, decides to stay because she still wants the curse that was placed on her to go away. But what's funny is that this is the lady who placed the curse on her. Like, she definitely knows that she was cursed. So she's like, okay, Gael, I'll help you, but you need to be in a more positive attitude. Like, make it make sense. And not editing doing this extra shit. The scene cuts to Eliza's launch party of our castor oil. I don't know how to fucking say it, so I'm just not going to even. But apparently Amada should be coming, and also her daughter. Now, we know earlier in the season, we see the relationship that Eliza has with her daughter, and it's not very great. Miami Tip, the girl in the blonde here, is one of the ones that try to coach Eliza through this and has some shit to say as well, but they're long-term friends. But Tip knows Eliza. She knows how Eliza moves. She knows how the past was for Eliza. She knows her business, so she has the most insight and tea. Oh, okay. So, and Zoe being messy, she throwing some shade saying that her and Estelita had the same name. Now we know that's where the drama between Eliza and Estelita stems from. Zoe teasing her. And then we see Black China, a.k.a. Angela, comes in. We get a little insight that Miami Tip, Eliza, and Black China used to hang out back in the day. Zoe was shocked. I didn't know that either. And they used to be lit. But Angela, not Black China, is 2 years sober. And so she invites them to her sobriety party. Go ahead, Black China. Tip is being messy. She's telling this group about the Princess, Ray J, and Amara situation. Like, okay. And Angela is like, yo, I need to check up on Princess, is what you're saying. So we're going to see that scene come. But what was the relevancy? Like, that's what I don't get. Now, last time we saw Shania, Eliza's daughter, we didn't see her, actually. She was being thrown a party by her mother, and a car was even brought for her, most likely for the baby, and she didn't show up. So she's shaking in her boots because the party about to be over, and her daughter and her granddaughter hasn't shown up yet. But they actually show up this time, and she's smiling, and they seem to be okay. I mean, we know that Eliza cut her friend off ban of 10 years because he let basically us know the tea that was really going on behind the scenes, that these two were faking. And it's just messy. And let's see how kumbaya this really is. The party's coming to a close, and Amada still didn't show up, and Eliza is feeling some type of way about it. She happens to show up to Estelita's shit, but she can't come to mine. Eliza gets emotional because she says that she means well, but she's not perfect, and she's just Eliza. Sometimes she's just going to be Eliza. This is just how she is. But it's all good intentions, and it's all in good heart. And her daughter actually comes and gives her a hug, so maybe there was some reconcile, and their relationship is growing and getting stronger, and I'm happy to see that. Just the way I grew up, I didn't have the best relationships with both my parents, and after Eliza's party is over, we see the scene start with Brooke and Princess meeting up for the attempted sit down with their husbands and kind of just talk about Princess and Ray J's relationship and how they can communicate better and coexist and co-parent and blah, blah, blah. But Princess is a little upset at Brooke because she felt like she was laughing during her fight with Amada, said by Bobby. Princess is kind of questioning Brooke's loyalty. And Brooke's like, I wasn't laughing. If I felt like it was funny, that's weird. Like, why would I laugh about this situation? Like, I'm telling you, I don't think the slap was cool, so why would I be laughing about it? I also do think that when people are shocked, a laugh is something that might be a reaction. So I don't think she was laughing because she thought it was funny. I think she was laughing in, like, disbelief. Also, I'm sorry, Princess, but, like, just because you're upset at someone or they did something disrespectful to you doesn't mean you need to put your hands on them. And that's basically how Brooke feels. Like, nothing needs to go to violence, like, especially if y'all were friends and, you know, you too grown to be doing this shit. Like, you really want to be fighting on TV still? Princess feels Brooke in that, like, hey, Ray J said that he had Mamadas, you know, and Brooke didn't know that. And Princess is like, yeah, like, he told me he did that. And Brooke's like, but, like, why do you even care if you're, like, done with him? And Princess is like, I am done with him. Like, I can't be with someone who thinks that prostitutes and strippers and shit don't count. Like, he can do things with them, and I'm supposed to be okay with it. But the way you reacted to the situation doesn't seem like it. Maybe Princess just feels more disrespected as someone who's her friend, girl code, but, like, hitting them is still crazy. But I can see why Princess would be upset. Dr. Marcus and Ray J walk in, and pretty much Dr. Marcus just wants to help them co-parent. He's like, y'all ain't got to be together. I ain't helping with relationships, but co-parenting is a thing that will never go away between you two, so y'all need to figure it the fuck out. And I love Marcus for that. As soon as they start down, Brooke goes right into it. She's like, why the way did you come out of... And why do you think that freaking strippers and prostitutes don't count in a marriage? She blames it on the wine, but I think she's just pissed that some things were left out on what she was told. And Ray J feels attacked. Now he's in defense mode. He doesn't feel like he's being seen or heard or judged appropriately. So he's kind of already done with the conversation. Marcus is a little disappointed at Brooke. Princess is looking at Brooke weird. but she also wants to, chat more. And the vibe is just off already. Like 30 seconds in, like this is already not going well. But are we shocked? Look at this group of people. Ray J dismisses the conversation and he walks off and says it's distasteful and disgusting and he don't want any part of it. Everybody can go home. Now I feel him. He feels like Princess gaslit Brooke into targeting Ray J, and he doesn't feel that she's neutral anymore and that he's just the bad guy. So of course he's gonna react this way. He feel that it was whack of Brooke. He feels like he was set up, and he is pissed, and he is going off. And I feel Ray J, like he didn't even get a chance to speak before he was judged. And yes, she did ask him a question, but all he said was hi before that. Like maybe ease into it, maybe ask an indirect question. So clearly, Amada's baby daddy's from the DR. He's not from Miami. And Flo takes him out on a date, and that's how this scene starts. And she also opens the scene saying that she caught some feelings for Alan. Now, I didn't see this coming. I thought she was just being petty. She just wanted to get back at Amara for talking to her mayor. But this seems like it could be really going somewhere. But this whole season is kind of feeling sketchy and fishy. So I don't know if I believe this too much. I don't know how long it will last for either. Same thing with Gael and Fabio. Why are people dating other people and on the show, I think is... But let's see what happens. But before they can even get into the restaurant for this date, Alan really does try to check Flo on, like, why the hell did you tell Amada some of the shit that I told you? And Flo was like, I'm not trying to protect you. Like, you're the one who told me all the shit about her. Everything I know about her is because you told me. Now you're getting mad because I told her about it, and I'm using jabs because I'm not going to let her just say any crazy shit to my face. Like, I'm going to respond. I'm going to react. He feels betrayed, and he tells Flo that he don't want nothing from her anymore. Damn. And look at Flo's face. She's actually sad. I told y'all. I didn't even need this scene to finish before I knew I don't think this is going to last. Flo is calling Amada a bitch, even though he called Amada last season or earlier in the season, and Flo even pointed it out herself, but he's saying, like, it doesn't matter. There was no need. You also telling Amada what I told you is betraying me. Like, it's messy. I don't like it. I don't want to go further with this. And Flo even apologizes. And I'm shocked because what did you think he wanted from you? Let's be real. And with that, the scene cuts to commercial and starts with Amada at the Latin festival that I mentioned earlier in the episode. It's the first time she's going to be on stage since she had her children, and it's going to be their first time seeing her perform. So once again, it's a special night. Amada looks great. I'm sure it means a lot to her. Amada is performing. She's looking great. She's doing great. She's killing it. She looks happy. There's a lot of people in the crowd. And she seems back in her element, even though it's been some time. You can see Brooke and Estelita supporting her and there for her. And also her mom, obviously with her kids. But y'all know, after that performance, Brooke gonna come in and ruin it and talking about, you didn't tell me this, you didn't tell me that, and I want you to sit down with Princess. Look at her face. She already knows she's coming with the bullshit and about to ruin the whole motherfucking night. Like, this is not the night. Bruh, text me, call me some other motherfucking time. The fuck? Stop trying to play mediator right now. I don't want to hear it from you. My vibe is good. Leave me alone. Estelita dips early, realizes she shaved her arms, she shaved her legs. She about to get into some nasty shit. We already know what she about to go do, and they're dying. And that's exactly what Brooke did. So she tells Mara, like, yo, Ray J saying that he sniffed your hot pocket. Princess is upset about that. You didn't mention this to me, so did it happen? Amada's like, no, it did not happen. Brooke's like, well, why would he tell his wife that? And Amada is like, yo, they clearly just want to use me as a pawn, and I'm not with it. Like, that didn't happen. She denies it, and Brooke asks Amada to accompany her to Angela's sobriety party, and Princess is obviously going to be there. So maybe y'all two should talk there. And Amada is like, yeah, I'm with it, but I'm not coming on good energy. Like, it's going to be shifted because of what happened last time. Like, now my guard's up. Like, they swung on me. Like, what's up? After Amada tells Brooke she is going to talk to Princess at the sobriety party because they're just bound to see each other again. I mean, they live in the same city and they're in the same industry. And pretty much Here's the start of the party with Angela. Like the outfit, don't like the hair. I really don't like that hairstyle. Like, I really don't. Um, but I am proud of Angela, and I would love to see her sobriety journey go indefinitely. Clearly, we're going to see Angela with her man and all her friends, but we know this cast got a lot of fucking drama between each other, so hopefully there's no alcohol there. Brooke and Amara arrive, and pretty much Brooke wants Amara and Princess to make up because those are her friends. She likes them both. And Princess walks in, and Amara is like, I want this to be done sooner than later. She wastes no time, and she sits down next to Princess, and that is how the episode ends. Now, I hope it doesn't go off. It doesn't look like anybody had a drink yet, so this conversation might go well. Like, let's pray, because we don't need moms fighting again. And with that, that's a wrap. I'd love to see Estelita and Shay make up. I think they were really good friends, and Estelita is butthurt. I love that Eliza and her daughter are getting stronger with their relationship, but I think she needs to talk to Estelita. I think the shit is very petty that they're arguing over. I feel like Ray J is owed an apology by Brooke. I'm glad she took accountability, but the sit down needs to happen again, and we need to figure out why Ray J will even say these things. Is he trying to help Amada get back at Princess? Is he trying to hurt Princess more, even though he says he's done with her? What was the goal? I just hope that Amada and Princess can get past this and realize that the whole situation was just messy on Ray's part, and maybe they can look past it. Because at the end of the day, there was no physical touching, and if he put his face down there, good night.